The war between Israel and Hamas does not look to that it'll be ending anytime soon. Coming soon, we will hear from a California doctor that is currently on a medical mission in Rafah. France has recently made some changes to their constitution regarding abortions. NASCAR was over this weekend, and here's the scoop on Joey Logano. The Gaza death toll has now surpassed 30,000 and the destruction does not seem to be ending anytime soon. Dr. Mohammed Sabeh is an emergency room physician in California, but is currently witnessing the devastation firsthand as he is on medical mission in Rafah. He spoke about his experience treating patients. With sound.
We're essentially the only trauma facility, and we're operating out of tents to take care of any traumatic injuries as well as medical emergencies. People are decompensating from diabetes, from heart failure, from hypertension, dying from pneumonia, dying from malnutrition. And so it's a night and day difference in terms of supplies. We don't even have alcohol swabs. If I need to put in an IV, I need to cleanse your skin very well to ensure that I don't introduce any infections. And so everything is being stopped at the borders. And one thing you witness by being here is the deliberate, systematic destruction of every element of the infrastructure here, whether it be people's homes and sheltering, people's ability to freely move in so-called safe zones.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has pledged to proceed with his military operation in Rafah, where more than millions are sheltering, and other governments and aid agencies have called off the mission due to the high risk of civilian casualties. We'll know more in the upcoming days. A new over-the-counter birth control pill called O-Pill will be hitting the shelves in the upcoming weeks. If taken as prescribed, it is said to be up to 98% effective at preventing pregnancies. Sound.
And our decades of experience and knowledge with progesterone to say O-Pill is safe, and making it over the counter is going to improve access. For most birth control, we do recommend that people use a backup form of contraception the whole first month to be safe, and follow the instructions and take it at the same time of the day, every day.
A month's supply will be $19.99 and a 3-month supply will be $49.99 and will be available at CVS, Walgreens, and online at opill.com, among other retailers. On Monday, French Parliament has voted to make abortion a constitutional right. With a vote of 780 out of 925 members voting for the amendment's addition, France has become the first country to make abortions a guaranteed freedom to all women. Prime Minister Gabriel Attal said, "I say to all women within our borders and beyond that today the era of a world of hope begins." The finalization of this amendment is to be done by this Friday, which is International Women's Day. Now here's Kevin with our weather.
Before we get into what we currently have going on in weather, we want to take a step back and look at what we had going on over this weekend. Now, if you were in the Valley, I think you're very aware of the commotion that was going on. So we got 2 graphics that we're going to take a quick look at, courtesy of the National Weather Service. And so right here, we just have the winds that were going on, right? 80s, anything above 20 miles per hour, and it's bothering me immensely. But, you know, as we can see, Harry Reid Airport, 69 miles per hour, Angel Peak, 88, Red Rock Canyon, 71. So these actually aren't the highest that we have seen since they started recording, but gnarly nonetheless, not fun, not enjoyable to be in. You know, next we have a graphic from, once again, the National Weather Service, and this is kind of a, broadcasting of how the winds were over the weekend. And I mean, as you can see, just not fun, not enjoyable to be out. I figured that if you were there, you know what I'm talking about. But luckily, as we'll get into in just a second, we've calmed down quite a bit. And so we're taking a big step away from windy, not fun, dirty, rainy. Guys, we're done with that. Now this is the good news. Let's take a look at what we got going on today. Current temp, let me scoot over, 63 and sunny. I'm loving that. I'm loving that, especially after this last weekend. Perfect, okay? So make sure you're appreciating it. I think we all can appreciate the weather today a lot more given how this weekend was. Valley temperatures all over perfect. Summerlin 66, Enterprise 67, right? So we just got a little montage of 60 degrees, little perfect painting of 60 degrees all over the valley. This is perfect for me. I'm loving it. I'm wearing a long sleeve, and I'm having a great time. Guys, I recommend you get out, appreciate it. You know we are gonna heat up quick. You know how it is in Vegas. For our evening planner, 3 p.m., 66, 6 p.m., staying about there, just about 66. And then in the evening, as the sun goes down, we're cooling down. To be expected, you know, midnight we do get into the low 50s. But not terrible, especially for this point in the year. I think this is pretty expected. But, you know, just plan ahead. If you are out late, if any of you guys are working the graveyard shift, make sure you bring a jacket, bring a hoodie on your way out just to stay warm. But besides that, I think with the sun, I think it's pretty pleasant out, guys, if I may speak freely. Sunset time, 5:40. Okay, so we're coming up on spring break. We'll have a special spring break bulletin in the Thursday episode, too. We'll let you know how your weather's looking. But I'm so happy. Days are getting longer. I'm hoping that once we come back from spring break, I'll be able to show you guys 6 o'clock. Sunset time after 6 o'clock, so fingers crossed. On campus, expected high of 69 degrees. With the sun, if you're walking around, guys, this is probably perfect. I think I could advise that you don't need to really put a hoodie on, maybe, light hoodie. I wouldn't really say anything past that. You know, appreciate it. We're gonna get hot very quickly, but I think that this is pretty ideal weather. 7-day forecast. I'm loving this. I don't know how many times I can say this. Loving this. 69, 71, 64, 69. The weekend, perfect. And then we start to warm up a little bit. Like I said, guys, we're going to give you a special spring break bulletin. So I'll keep you posted on that. And I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day. Take it easy.
Thanks, Kevin. NASCAR was in Vegas over the weekend, and Team Penske Joey Logano has been suspected of cheating in the Atlanta qualifiers prior to their Las Vegas visit. According to Vegas Fox 5, during a random vehicle inspection by NASCAR on Saturday, it was discovered that the driver was wearing an illegal glove. The webbing between the fingers of the glove gives the material a, quote, Spider-Man appearance that a driver uses to block air when a driver puts his hand out the window during qualifying. At the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, NASCAR would not speculate on the motivations of whether Logano, which did not appear to a penalty imposed on Logano. NASCAR said that it did not know if Logano was wearing the glove when he won the pole for the season's opening Daytona 500. Rival driver Corey LaJoie estimated that the glove was worth 3 counts of drag for Logano. Logano, who won the poles for Sunday's race at Las Vegas, was wearing legal gloves. He declined to comment on if he wore the web gloves during the winning of Team Penske first Daytona 500 pole. He said he was not forced to wear the glove by his team. Protecting America's consumers, for over 100 years, the Federal Trade Commission sued to block the Kroger's Albertsons grocery store deal yesterday. With Pi Day and Easter approaching, some businesses may experience challenges while serving their customers. Despite this, giving pies in San Jose has gotten a lot of support after a huge sub from Tesla. The deal would be made the largest submarket merger in history, and the FTC argues that the deal would eliminate competition and raise prices for consumers. The $24.6 billion Recently, Elon Musk's Boring Company has received several violations from Nevada's OSHA. The report from OSHA shows that at least 10 to 15 employees have received several chemical burns from the harsh working conditions. Pictures from OSHA's commercials show the chemical mixed puddles of water on the bottom of the tunnels where the workers are having to walk through every day, as well as many other violations. The boring company is contesting these violations, so there will be no finalization of the case until Nevada's OSHA Review Board has a hearing. Well, that's all we have for you today. Thanks for watching Studio G, and we'll see you next time.